Servus, Freunde. Mein Name ist Jim. Servus, Freunde. Mein Name ist Jimmy Cage. Ach, come on, Buddymeister. Okay. Servus, Freunde. Mein Name ist Jimmy. Hands up!
I see what you did there, Jimmy. Scaring me so my hiccups go away. Great, thanks.
I said hands up. Servus, Freunde. My name is Jimmy Cage.
And I'm Deniz, the Buddymeister.
We have reviewed more than 500 indie movies on the channel, and once a month we let all of our awesome supporters decide which movie we should watch and review next. The newest poll is already up, and this time it's about 3 highly acclaimed recent Malayalam movies that we have missed. The last poll was all about Kamal Haasan, and the winner, as you can see, is the 1991 Tamil language psychological romantic drama Gunaa, which was directed by Santhana Bharathi. Is it Santhana or Shantana? You have no idea.
Santhana. I don't know.
The movie won a few awards, was an average success at the box office, but became a cult classic over the years. So, buddy, what is the movie all about? Who is in it? Tell me more.
The movie starring Kamal Haasan, Roshini, Rekha, Janagaraj, and S.P. Balasubramaniam.
And I have to say, once again, I didn't recognize him.
Yeah,
But he has a really nice mustache in the movie.
Oh, so that's him. No, yeah.
Yeah.
I was asking myself, okay, I had to
He's
look
the
it up
CBI
again. Yeah,
officer.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll talk about it.
Okay.
So yeah, you said it already. The movie was like averaging at the box office because of its like experimental nature. But did you know what movie it went up against in 1991 at the same time?
No.
Talapati by Mani Ratnam.
Mani Ratnam, yeah. Same year, okay.
Yeah, same year, and that obviously
Same
also.
weekend, maybe.
Yeah, I don't know, but in the same like peripheral.
Yeah.
So maybe that movie like had okay, let's watch that Ratnam movie and not that strange Gunaa movie. Yeah, no, wait, we will talk about it. So the story revolves around the newly released psychiatric. I don't know, I'm drunk. The story revolves around the newly released psychiatric patient Gunaa, who kidnaps an heiress to make her fall in love with him. He believes she is an avatar of goddess Abhirami, and it is his destiny to marry her, and her destiny to marry him. That's what the IMDb said.
Yeah, but there's more to the story.
So yeah,
because it's not just that he kidnaps her, but he's also kind of her savior.
Yes.
Because
but I wanted to.
Okay.
You know, you can't put everything into that 3-line synopsis.
I get that.
Of course, he also saves her, but initially he just takes her with him.
Yeah, initially, there's still something else in the movie because initially
there's a lot going on in this movie.
His family or his adjacent family wants to take advantage of him.
Yeah,
because like in Rain Man, he has some skills
picking locks. Yeah,
and they have no money to pay the rent.
Yeah,
and plan to rob a temple.
Yeah,
and and then all hell breaks loose because he spots her.
Yeah, it's of course like some kind of how do you say it?
Mix-up.
A chain reaction. Some kind of a chain reaction.
Butterfly effect.
Yeah, some kind of a chain reaction of things that are planned and things that are not planned.
Yeah.
And of course, also the way he imagines things or things have to go. And so like everything comes together.
Yeah.
So that he finds his Abhirami. And
yeah. I like the movie a lot.
Do you think that I didn't like it?
You sound kind of passive-aggressive because maybe we should address... the story is, of course, it's not politically correct.
Yeah.
anything. It's a movie. It's about an obsessive man who kidnaps a young woman, and in the course of that kidnapping, she also falls in love with him, kind of like Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
But she also saves him, and she rejects him again and again, and he's coming back. But he, apart from the chaining her to, I don't know, something in that church.
Yeah.
Apart from that, he's very kind to her, and he's a very kind man at heart. So for me, it worked like this kind of fairy tale, like dark fairy tale, with spoiler alert, also with a tragic ending. And I didn't really mind that it's, of course, a little bit questionable, the whole love story, because he actually doesn't know her at all. It's just because he thinks she's that goddess.
Yeah, but let me stop you right there.
Let's go back.
I also thought that this was a good movie. I liked it. And yeah, the fact that it has like this surreal fairy tale vibe at times, especially because like the setting changes from the city to the woods and into a cave, and into this like single church on a mountaintop. Yeah. So everything is really, it has like this surreal vibe to it. So it really felt like a fairy tale. It felt like it felt a little bit, just a little bit not real enough to not be mad about this thing or that thing, but also think, okay, that fits into this world. So it was all right with me. I
mean, we start with this very long continuous shot.
Yeah.
And in the first third of the movie, there are several of those long continuous shots. And it was a bit rough, but also because of the quality of the print that I watched. But it was a nice way to establish the setting and and establish our main character, who's a little bit crazy. And then he goes to the asylum, and there we get the opening credits and this really cool song. So I thought the introduction was pretty great. Then we're introduced to the family and their shenanigans and what they are up to. And then the whole stuff at the temple. And then we get into the woods to that church. And at that point, I really got into the movie. Because the first 50 minutes or so, it was nice. I liked the camera work. I liked Kamal Haasan's performance. But it was when we are at the church that the movie really clicked for me, because I enjoyed the dynamic, the chemistry between the two leads very much. And I thought it's also at that point where Kamal Haasan's performance really shines.
Yeah.
Because at the beginning, he's this crazy, a little bit simple guy, but him and the girl together, that's really sweet. There are some really sweet moments there. And there's a nice balance between, this is a kidnapping and it's dangerous and we're not sure what's going to happen. And also it's kind of romantic, kind of sweet, and kind of surreal and fairy tale-like. And I thought that really worked quite well. And so when we got to the point with the two of them, I was really into. Just from the get-go, when she runs him over with the car, for example. Yes. It's funny, it's exciting. Also, the stunt work is pretty great in this movie.
The action in general is pretty nice, pretty good, well done.
And with the car, I wasn't sure. It looks like it's really Kamal Haasan.
Yeah.
And it looks like maybe it
definitely
wasn't supposed
a real
to
person.
go like that. It's really, it looks really quite terrible. I mean, from a
stunt stunt goes wrong somehow in some kind of way. But I actually like the first half more than the second, but I also like the second. I like that the two parts of this movie are going into like different directions, are going in like that we have this like the second part is more about
it's more like three parts. Because 50 minutes, then we are at the church, and then the last 30 we are in the cave.
But then let's not split it in parts, but like the way the narration goes, because there's like this narration with all the people, and then there is the thing with just the two of them. And this adventure-like vibe when they're alone.
Yeah.
And I thought that these all these things like work together really well. And I also like the beginning because it was like this, I don't know, it was rather intense. It was I don't know, the feel for desperation, for this. Everybody was crying or screaming at each other. He's not right in the head, and everybody talking about how everybody's talking about Gunaa, and like this. Everybody thinks this guy. Don't take him seriously. He's not right in the head, and that's something that's like comes back in the end. I thought that the character of Gunaa. Not only does Kamal Haasan play him really well, but he also plays him like. I thought the focus is not like forcibly on him being a mentally challenged person. Yeah. He's not like doing all that. I don't know. He's not doing stuff where you think, oh my god, this is he really acting it like this?
Yeah.
So, he's doing it through the actions, and it works. He's just a simple man, but he's just a normal guy.
Yeah,
he wants to do the right thing.
Yeah.
He doesn't do like anything that's, I don't know. He does some things not on purpose. Yeah, but I don't know. He plays in a very subtle way and not overtly like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
True.
Don't play it like that.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's kind of nice.
There's this wonderful scene where he goes to the barber shop.
Yeah.
And that guy can't believe. There's something on the TV in the background, like there's a mad person, like a simpleton, and we need to find him. And the barber doesn't think that's him because he says something like, "Yeah, but you are normal. You're like me, and we just have a different face."
Gunaa already told him, "Oh, they're talking about me," and he said, "No, they don't talk
because
about
you're all right." And I thought that was really a really touching moment. Stuff that didn't quite work for me that well. I think all the supporting characters are kind of underutilized.
Yeah.
I mean, they're introduced, especially S.P. Balasubramaniam's character, the CBI officer. Like, he's really unnecessary. He doesn't. At the beginning, you think, okay, he's leading the investigation, and there will be some tension there. But
he's really just like sprinkled in there. Every like 20 minutes, there's one scene. They also put like some asthmatic scenes in there at the end. He's like, and I don't know what that's about, and he can't speak and can't like breathe. And, shit, my inhaler is empty. Like, I don't know why it's that. And then we have like the pimp, Ismail. I mean, he works as the goon, the muscle. We can have some fights in the movie. Yeah, and like there's this uncle guy. Who's like limping a bit.
He's played by Janagaraj.
Yeah. He's okay, and I get that like people. He's one of those guys who uses Gunaa like in the fullest. He's a real scumbag.
Yeah, definitely.
and
then
therefore he gets shot in the ass.
Yeah, that's a fun scene. And at first I thought, that's another brutal scene, because we will talk about some of the brutal stuff.
Yeah.
I thought, this is brutal. He will bleed to death. But then it's more like
it's
comedy.
It's comically played. Yeah.
But
they shot me. And
that's also fine. And the big bad guy, played by Sharat Saxena. He plays Suresh Kumar. It was very funny how he reveals his plan. And he's like, I mean, it's the subtitles
to tell
but
us
it's like, it's money. It's all about the money. I want money. I need your money.
And he also, like, when she signs that thing, he also, you didn't really think I let you go. Now you two guys rape her. It's like, that's so strange.
But then the movie is kind of wild and rough.
Yeah.
In general, and that's something I really liked about this movie. It feels quite different. It
has like this exploitation feel.
Yeah, this exploitation vibe, totally. But then it gets just like super wild, because Kamal Haasan's character, he's this kind guy, but when someone is mean to him or mean to a little bird or to the woman, he really runs amok, and you're really like afraid of him. And the whole fight scene in that church, I think it was pretty awesome. And
it's also, I mean, all the action had like this this oomph that you need like to think that yes, now he really hit him.
Yeah.
He really fell through that table or out of the window or something, and
rolling
also,
around,
and especially
the cliff.
Yes, and especially in that church sequence, I thought that because sometimes these action sequences are like edited in a way that it doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
But in this case, it really made sense. So the continuation wasn't like wasn't broken. It really worked. So that was kind of nice. Also with like the editing, camera from the other perspective, you see someone fall, and all this kind of stuff. Yeah. Really nice.
And when something was brutal, you really felt it.
Yeah.
It wasn't funny or anything. Mm-hmm. When that Ismail guy gets impaled, it was really like it was like a shock.
Yeah.
Later, he accidentally shoots a cop.
Yes.
And I thought that was a bit unnecessary.
Yeah.
I mean, it adds I don't know, maybe a little bit of tension because now he's really like hunted. But I thought it wasn't doing the characters any favors because now you really like, damn it, now he really did something horrible.
Yeah. And they also like didn't play it out like it was like that bad of a thing. I mean, even the cops say, "Oh, they killed our partner, let's get him," but it's not like, oh, now things are really coming to a head. It's of course it's like very brutal scene. The blood is like gushing out. But yeah, I also don't think that it really would have been necessary to like progress the story towards the point that it.
Yeah, but that's like, where the movie becomes a little bit like First Blood. You can see definitely some references there in the forest, and also in First Blood, it's the character of Trotman.
Yeah,
who understands Rambo, and he's the only one who understands him. Mm-hmm. And here it's the psychologist.
Yeah, I think it's the doctor. I mean, they only call him doctor, but it is like it's the psychotherapist or something.
The doctor who knows him, and he's the voice of reason. So there are similarities there for sure. And I mean, towards the end. In the cave, the movie began to drag just a little bit because
exactly what I wrote down.
Maybe it's also just an hour kind of problem because it's normal that an Indian movie like this is almost 3 hours, but for us after 2 hours it's like is there something else here that's so special that it needs this runtime? And there are nice scenes towards the end, but still it drags a little bit.
And it's also like we come to a point where we like understood what's going on, and we felt the length because of that, because nothing new came through the story. And I also like wished that maybe I could have felt more for Gunaa's tragedy, because there are like, it's a very personal thing. I mean, there is at the end this point where Gunaa gets like beat up, and he comes back to the cave, and his face is all like
the makeup is
bloody and he has scars, and there's like he has a band-aid around his head, and he says like this sentence, "Oh, everybody's always beating on me," and I don't know, that small sentence like that really hit me, and I thought, oh man, he's so right. Why are they doing this? And that's what I felt. That little thing that I felt in that moment is something that I like maybe would have liked more, because the movie of course also like focuses on the action and focuses on all that other stuff. And maybe for me personally, it had the potential to like do a little bit more of that character stuff. But it's totally fine because the ending worked. And it's a really tragic ending.
And another showcase for his acting skills, because when she's dead, he simply can't believe it, and he's like, this is a lie, and I thought it was really powerful. And then he jumps with her, and the movie just ends, and I love stuff like that. If the movie just something terrible happens, just like 5 seconds later, the movie's over, and we have to sit with that. And it also is going back to the beginning where he's in the mental asylum, and the doctor says everything falls down. And he's like, he has this little thing and throws it up into the air.
I'm the one who goes up, and I'm and
at the end they will fall to their, I mean, she's already dead, he will die, but maybe there's the possibility, because I don't think, do we see it?
We don't see it.
So maybe they are going up to heaven together. I don't know.
I thought you were just saying me that Kamal Haasan is planning Gunaa 2 to come out in 2027 or something.
Maybe.
And then we will finally understand the whole story.
Know. But which just one more thing about this setting. I really just loved the church setting so much because just this hill with the cliff, and they are so high that they're basically in the clouds. There are scenes where it looks like they are above the clouds even, and I really thought that was pretty cool.
I mean, it's also kind of nice that a movie that feels like, mostly because of the action, feels like kind of a bigger production, but it's also like a simple production. They have like they have this church. Yeah. They do a lot of the shooting on this church side, and then they're like in a cave.
Yeah.
And it's like these simple things where it could like only work because the characters kind of work, and that's nice.
Something we didn't mention at all, but the soundtrack was composed by Ilaiyaraaja.
Yeah.
And there are some nice songs in there. I really like when he's at the barber shop, and there is a song that begins to play, and then he's just walking in the streets.
And and there's like also this song where he meets his Abirami and like immediately thinks of in his imagination how he like
some mythological
exactly.
Yeah,
it's also, I
really
haven't
nice.
Looked it up. I haven't like looked the name up, but I mean nice.
Yeah, nice. So, what would you say in German?
Man, I just realized I didn't write anything down what I would say in German. But let me try something.
Okay.
Gunaa
Ist echt gut.
Let's skip my part. I just
Okay.
I mean, okay.
Na komm, just say something in German.
Okay. Gunaa hat mich I can't.
Doesn't need to be super on point.
Gunaa hat mich wirklich überrascht. Gunaa hat mich überrascht. Ich habe befürchtet, dass eine Thematik wie diese in die Hose gehen könnte.
You would say that.
Aber
Ist nicht
Kamal Haasan hat durch seine Performance doch einiges rausgeholt und es geschafft, dass mich diese Charaktere sehr berühren. Und die Action ist auch gut.
Nice. Pretty long.
Film ein bisschen lang. Und das war's.
Nice.
Gottes Willen.
Gunaa ist ein wilder, ungestümer und kraftvoller Film, dessen besondere Titelfigur großartig von Kamal Haasan zum Leben erweckt wird.
Nice. It's a little bit tighter than mine, better than...
Yeah, you wanted to say everything in the German part.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I give Gunaa 7 out of 10. It's more like 7.4, but I don't do that.
For me, it's also 7 out of 10. It's more like 7.2, but I don't do that either. And I also don't have any trivia.
Really?
Yeah.
Not even that the cave they are in is now like a tourist attraction. I've read that on Wikipedia.
Yeah, but
or there was a fight, I think, on set between... I just basically what's on Wikipedia, so nothing you can look up.
Please, I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's also pretty hot again here.
Yeah, but it just didn't have... I'm the Buddymeister.
You can find us, follow us, and support us on patreon.com/thejimmycage. And if you enjoyed this episode, please give us a thumbs up, share, subscribe, whatever you like.
And make sure you hit that bell for all we have to tell. You know, my trivia is that the movie came out at the same time Thalapathy came out. Did you know that, Jimmy?
Yeah. You said hands up.
Hast du nochmal auf mich geschossen?